What freaking day is it? Tuesday. That's weird. Is that right? We doing this right? Yeah, I guess we're doing this. Hey. Hello. Hi, guys. Yeah, so we're sorry, I'm looking for my glove real quick. There it is. We're gonna be doing a new schedule this week. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how we feel about it. Hey Chim, welcome in. Hope your week is off to a good start. So yeah, we're just gonna be trying out a Tuesday stream and see how things go. You know? And then we're just gonna chill with some little bit of art today. I think because the Tuesday streams are generally gonna be shorter. We're not gonna have time to do, you know, sort of our mixed streams where we do like 2 hours of games and 2 hours or 3 hours of art or whatever. So probably try and keep them a little bit focused in. As far as today goes, my main thought is we're probably going to continue on this. Thursday? Yes, Thursday is Star Wars Day. It's May the 4th. I kind of wanted to do something for that, so maybe we'll work on this for a little bit, and towards the end of the stream, we'll sort of shift over and do a little bit of sketching for just a quick something to throw together there. That's kind of what I have in. But yeah, we'll play it a little bit by ear. Obviously, today's very experimental, so no strict rules on can or cannot. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into it. Yeah, normally I do this whole thing about, you know, it's the weekend now, but it's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, and I am doing my best Bison impersonation. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a good start to the week. Hope things are going well, nothing too crazy. And good job making it through Tuesday. Hope you can have a nice relaxation. We're just gonna be taking it easy, you know? I'm gonna try this quick. Boo-boo. Rather than trying to do each rung by hand. We're gonna be a little smarter. Like so. Go back and grab the original one. Bring it out a little bit like. There we go. That's neat. We'll knock this one down to like 30%. Let's do 40. This one 60. Oh, that's the wrong one. That'll be 80. And this one is. Alright. Nope, I did it wrong. I did it so wrong. Okay, and then 60, and then 80. Yes, good. Okay, there we go. Going to do science to it. Bop, 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 bop. Yes, there we go. And then, what is this? Okay, so that's the specs. This is why you gotta name your layers. Very important. I'll just call it flats for now, even though that's not technically correct, but it's close enough. Yeah, the more challenging one that I don't know if I'm even going to be able to do it very correctly is this angled unit, this angled pattern, right? Kind of have to Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Oh. I was working a little bit last night trying to get a little more progress done on the model. It's slow going, but it's getting there. Is this the right? It's almost right. Yeah, I think it's close. There we go. That top of the shape. Fade off the end there. That's not bad. Okay, cool. I think I'll be able to sort of replicate this effect or something similar when we get to making the model itself. That would be nice. Why do I have this layer twice? Doesn't make it. Huh. Strange. Very strange. I think the fade off is. Oh, one of them is the like blur effect. Sounds right. Okay. Well, we don't really need it. Not a big deal. But yeah, we're just do our thing. Because at the end of the day, that is all that can really be out. As I have said before and will say again, I appreciate you guys being flexible with the schedule changes. I know it is always kind of iffy to make changes. People don't like change. But hopefully this will be a good one. Hopefully it'll, open up the schedule a little bit to people that couldn't make it otherwise. And just be a little bit easier on my weekends. Give me a little more time to work on other stuff. And who knows? If I find like doing a stream after work is not that difficult or even kind of nice, maybe we can do more streams. Maybe we can make that a bit more regular of a thing. I don't want to promise that because one of the things I'm definitely like concerned about is sort of trying to do too many or trying to deliver too much content. I know, blasphemy for a content creator, but if I hit a point of burnout and no, I don't want to do anything, well, that's not good for anyone. Well, got to keep it balanced. But if I do feel like it would work, then we can try doing another stream. I'll play it by ear. Are you? Okay, you are. You're just being very minor about it. There we go. Cool. All right, I really wanted to mess with this skirt because it wasn't, feels very rubbery. I think that's mostly just in the way that I've done the highlights. Look up a bit of a visual reference. Played the piano by ear until I gave myself a concussion. Instructions unclear. Ow. How did it sound? Okay, yeah, I think the highlighting a little too. It is either too focused or too strong. Kind of leaning towards the former. Don't remember, it's all fuzzy. I'm sure that's not. Just builds character. Cool that off a little bit. Make it a little bit more like continuous, right? Let's also, we'll leave it alone for now. I was gonna turn the triangle pattern off, but I think we'll just do an overlay. We'll re-overlay it once we get to that point. Maybe make it less intense, right? Sort of cool it down like this. Make it feel more continuous, or sort of wraps around the side a bit better. And then we can grab a little bit of this hotter, more active value to use right along high point, or have to select a little bit. There we go. Yeah, the main thing is sort of trying to get the right material feel. Yeah, and like this fall off is sort of giving it like a rubbery feel. Not what I'm aiming. This weird sort of like Fresnel lighting. Even a bit more steady from top to bottom, you know. Go there. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Certainly less glossy. Oh, yeah. Oh, not too much news, I guess. I mean, there's obviously news all the time, but a lot of it's just like, don't talk about that. Work. A bit of a crazy week at work just because we had a few people leave the team recently. And, you know, for the most part, they like turned in everything that they were working on pretty effectively, but, you know, the projects they were handling weren't all done, right? So someone has to sort of pick it up and see them to the finish. So I've been sort of managing a number of those things, just kind of seeing like, okay, how far did they get with this? Where is it? And we've just got this big backlog of like asset review that we need to get through. So that's been just, it's just a lot of little things to juggle, right? I should really write more of it down. I have a bad habit of just sort of mentally keeping track of all of it, which has worked fine so far, but probably really shouldn't have, and I should have a better system in place, especially with this many going on at once, right? Yeah, a little frustrating, but not bad. And thankfully, there's not like there's no one like getting in the way or being frustrating or anything. Just kind of a lot of little things. We'll have to sort of work our way through one at a time. Thankfully, our client is very chill, been a very good partner. So, you know, we keep them updated. They know what's going on and where we are. If something is coming in a little late, why it's coming in late. And yeah, they've been very understanding. Have anybody breathing down my neck like, yo, where's that helmet? Expected this helmet on our desk 2 weeks ago. Parker, where are those pictures? Okay. Yeah, we've got, okay. I think that's a little bit better. I don't think, did I put a, I don't think I put a split on the shirt. Oh, why am I over here? No. Okay, it's continuous. Oh, but there's a split on the side. How did I forget that? All these little details that I don't make proper note of. How far up does that go? Okay. Okay, yeah. So there's a little bit of the skirt. Top and bottom of the Yeah, I think one thing I'm definitely going to want to do is make some small revisions to the model sheet. Thankfully, there's not any like big changes between version 1 and version 2. The robe has some pretty substantial changes. Everything else is pretty much the same, honestly. But I think it will save myself a fair amount of frustration to just kind of go over and make sure everything is in order. Let's see. Looking. And yeah, obviously we've lost a lot of the the triangle pattern, but we'll lay it back in. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. Just going. I think my tea's about ready. Second. Oh. That's very ready. Excellent. There will be no tea breaks this time. I've got my tea all brewed up and ready to go. Tuesday evening. Still awake. Welcome. Good to see you. I hope your week is off to a wonderful start. Things are pretty good. It was a bit of a long day. Like I was saying earlier, not like any particular thing, just a lot of small things to juggle, lots of small tasks that I'm sort of cleaning up. But it's coming along. We are cruising. It's not bad. Nothing bad. We're all fine down here. How are you? But yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? Excellent, excellent. I did manage to sneak out on my lunch break. I got away. Went down, got a coffee. It was a nice afternoon out. And I picked up, so when was it? It was Saturday. Yes, Saturday, because we had the early stream. Do you hear your work doesn't wear you down? Oh, it can. It depends a lot on like where we are in the development cycle. I was joking because one of my coworkers, yesterday was May Day, so obviously you have the May Day jokes. And now is not the time for May Day. That comes at the end of the patch. We are still in a very comfortable position where we're still like working on, a nice schedule. We've got a lot of runway to work with. And then as we get towards the end of a patch and people down the pipeline need their stuff to work on, and anything that's blocked up at our end is like, oh shit, dude. But thankfully we are quite a long ways off from that. And things are going pretty smoothly. I don't even know, frankly, like how many people are involved in our game and how many people like are down the chain from us, right? Not just making stuff and getting it into the engine, but making sure everything works and doesn't explode when it goes live. Everything performs the way we expect it to and catches issues and sends them back. It's a village. It is a huge group project. And we are a small part of it. Yes. Hopefully work will not be grueling for another good while. Let's see. And I'll be real, like I've said before. The worst of our workload, the worst of our like crunch or grind is nowhere near as bad as many other people in the. And a lot of that just does come down to our client being really cool and doing the best that they can to set a good work schedule and not expect unreasonable things from us. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. They do not view us as some sort of expendable workforce. Which I wish that were a given, but here we are. Okay, that feels a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta simplify things, right? You just gotta cut out all the nitty gritty details and make sure that the higher level stuff is working. But yeah, so while we were the last week, we had the early stream on Saturday. I was meeting some friends for dinner. We were waiting for our reservation to pop, for lack of a better word. So we were just kind of wandering around the mall nearby. We went in and were browsing a bookstore for a little bit. I didn't purchase it at the time because our reservation came up early and we had to run. But saw this interesting sci-fi book, sci-fi series. Find it. Called The Last Watch, which is described as The Expanse meets Game of Thrones, which I'm like, well, I like both of those things. So I went back today and I picked it up. Haven't had a chance to start it, but I'm hoping it's going to be good. And frankly, like, I don't read as many books as I would like to. Spend most of my time doing art or playing games. I watch a lot of stuff. I read news articles and whatnot, so it's not like I have no access to the English language. But yeah, actual like dedicated sit down and read fiction time, not a lot, I'm afraid. So I kind of want to fix that. I want to get a little more time in. So maybe that'll be like sort of a late night thing before I go to bed, read a little bit. Get to read that much because I'm trying to write. I feel it. I feel it. It's hard getting, everything that you want to done. You only got so much time in the day to make choices. And yeah, I'm for like I don't have anything against reading, obviously. It's just like, I can watch movies or television or streams on another monitor while I'm working on art or doing other things. Reading, and I've thought about like listening to a lot more audiobooks just because it would be a similar sort of thing. Like I can just put it on and have it be sort of playing while I am actively doing other things. Bashing my head about it. I only have one published book. I want to be a flash in the pan. Yeah, I don't even know. Writing to me seems very challenging, right? Because obviously you can like make super short stories and do like, I don't know, day writing challenges or whatever, but to write out like a fully fleshed story or novel or anything just it feels like a huge commitment. Imagine, yeah, it can be very difficult to like get that time together and have that. So yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. But yeah, I would just say keep it going. I don't know. And it's always difficult, right, when you're doing something more as a a passion thing, a passion project, as opposed to it being livelihood, right? I do feel like if the streams were my job, thank you. I don't know, like I don't know how I feel about my writing. I and of course the main thing that I do is the academy, which is very like impromptu. There's a lot of sort of reaction to that. And like I have, you know, the broad strokes down, but I'm also very much like playing it by ear. And sort of seeing how things develop week by week. You did. I remember that, and I still have it. Thank you. Thank you. What was I saying? What am I? Yeah, I don't know. The other one that I was trying to sort of do writing for is my game project, which, man, that poor game. I'm still trying to get momentum under it again. And thinking what I'm probably going to try and do in terms of like big projects, right, is once version 2 is done, try and sit down and really put some effort into that. Because it has been too long and I am frustrated by how static or stagnant it has been. I had a thought earlier. I know, dangerous stuff, that. But okay, yes, I remember this. Okay. So what I'm going to try doing is we need to pull up model sheet, right? Where's the model sheet? There you are. Hello, model sheet. Hello, mini-me. We're going to grab the neutral skin tone. We're going to cool it off a little bit and lighten it up just a bit. Just a little bit. And then we're going to use that in place of the height. Okay, let's pop it up a bit more. We'll go like that, right? There we go. May I make an odd comment? Sure. What's happening? What's going on? There we go. Surprise cutie stream. Where? Where's cuties? Hey Lakota, welcome in. I hope you're having a good start to your week. We're working on a little bit of art. We're just having a chill time. Yeah, so the thought that I had earlier, I was looking at some other pieces and I realized what I think was kind of throwing me off about the colors on the skin tone was the planes of the face that are more in direct lighting in, you know, this other art that we're looking at. Just a little bit warmer, it's a bit brighter, more sort of colorful, and then, you know, falls off into cooler tones. Whereas I had it almost the opposite, right? Where the highlight was this very like cool tone and it made it feel kind of cold and lifeless. So I think what we're gonna go for is just in the daylighting, going for something, going more just for like a pure localized color, right? And then let that fall off into sort of the cooler tones that we've set up. Blew the power to my kitchen. Can't figure out why it won't come back on despite all the breakers. The only thing I can imagine, and I'm not an electrician, Colonel. I am a visual comprehension, is that, like, if something got damaged before the breakers blew, it's possible some of the wiring might have already gotten blown out. Hey, the garment is flowing behind you. It looks like you had burritos for lunch. Have the wind behind me. The wind beneath my pen. Oh wow. Yeah, that's my armchair electrician advice. Is if basically did something melt is my question. All good. We're being silly. We can be silly. It's Tuesday. See, that feels better. I like that a lot more. It just feels more. Did the magic blue smoke escape? That's how you know it's working. Where? Oh, what? Interesting. Huh. I think I put the eyebrow too high again. I do that a lot. Did you know eyebrows are actually attached to the face and they can't just float around at random? Weird, right? Which reminded me of a thing, and now I gotta look it up and share it with you guys. Hang on. The highbrow production. There it is. I knew someone would find it. The internet never lets you down. Hang on. Where are we? Not emo. Poster? No. What am I looking for? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yep. Okay. That. There we go. That's how I draw my eyebrows. That's the exact process. It's not safe here. This is banjo country. I think one thing, if I can get a little too real for a moment, one issue that I have, one fault of mine, is, oh, I'll put this. A lot of times when someone tells me a problem or tells me what's going on, what's wrong, I don't know. Like, I want, my instinct is like to fix it, right? If that's offering advice or, I mean, a lot of times it does boil down to offering advice. And, you know, a lot of times that advice, unsolicited, not appreciated or helpful. And a lot of times people are probably just looking for someone to say, I'm sorry, that really sucks. Like, stop telling me what to do. I wasn't looking for help. Yeah. Okay. Cleaning it up a bit. Just need to, I don't know, because I feel like, I don't know, I get, if I don't offer something, then I feel like I wasn't, that I came across as too passive or indifferent, I guess. Whereas, like, if I'm offering advice or help or something, then I'm expressing more engagement. Trying to show that I care. I'm being a little cringe bait. But that's me. I'm the cringe baby. Yeah, it's starting to come nice. I wonder if you get copyright struck for playing dueling banjos. Probably would. Someone would be like, heard you play in our movie. I was playing a 10-second clip. Too bad. Can't have shit on me. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling better about this. Just the color feels a lot richer, you know? Take this, we cool it off and lighten it up just a little bit more. That'll sort of give us the top highlight across the nose here, right? A little bit across the top of the cheek. Sort of cool down. Eye right through here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh. Good. All right, that's a little bit better. A little bit across the top. Good. I guess I'll go ahead and call this layer paint over 2. I'm gonna merge it down before too long. I'm just like, I don't know. Hold on. Hold on to the changes a little bit longer for no particular reason. And then I think a similar deal just because of how... Oh, I haven't even started on the bun. Damn. Well, those dim a damn. I see what's bugging me about it. It is we're getting a little bit of cheated perspective, right? That the head is like perfectly perpendicular to the camera, the face is. But then back here, we're getting a little bit of a perspective wrap. So this actually needs to come out a bit farther, and then the hair bun needs to be like out further than. I'm not gonna bother changing the prep layers. I might hide a little bit of it, mask it off, just to get rid of the parts that conflict. But you know, a lot of the preparation layers are just like getting a good color palette and making sure everything is like more or less portioned right, set up in a good place. And then I end up doing a lot of cleanup in the paint layer. So yeah, for this, what we're gonna end up doing is rounding this out a bit farther. This. And then you sort of come up with this, meet it halfway. This will sort of come out. Oh, you know what else we haven't done yet that we should really go ahead and do? Oh, I know why. We haven't done it because this will destroy the 3D layers, but you know what? We're not using them anymore. Flip it! There we go. Feels different. Feels very different. Yeah, we'll just kind of wrap it around like that. Then pull the hair a bit farther back like that, right? So to let it have this bunching up effect as we come up towards the. All right. There we go. Good. Okay. And I think much a similar way. Yeah, so like that's what we had before, right? Where the sort of high off point to the bun was like visible to the camera as opposed to it being perpendicular. I think that's just feeling a little bit better in general. And then yeah, we just gotta sort of adjust the strokes of the hair, overall path of it, right? To be a little bit closer to that new tie-off point. And then in a fashion, Yeah, so like I said, we're just gonna go in here, sort of get rid of a lot of this excess part that doesn't really like line up with it well anymore. And we'll just refill it, reconstruct it. We can rebuild it. We have the technology. There we go. Where's that color we're looking for? All right. Good. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay. Go through here. Jazzy little tune. Yeah, I think it's starting to work. Be careful not to get too like, I don't know. The large shape that we have here is a little It's a little flat, I think. Gotta just define some overlap, right? Between what is this shape versus this shape? How do they relate to each other? Which one's bigger, which one's smaller, which one's in front, which one's behind? Gotta establish hierarchy, right? Pecking order. Alright, good night, team. See you later. Get some good rest. That's good. Trying to think of the last time that I ever like did something and was just like, yep, yep, that's good. That's the look. Always, for me, it's almost always, pretty much always, an iterative process, right? There's sort of an exploration period and experimentation. It always, and you know, it takes a while to sort of find the right balance. I don't feel like I ever really just sort of throw something onto the canvas and it just works. You know? Which I think would be a more sort of concrete goal than to say like I want to be a faster artist. What does faster mean? Doesn't mean nothing. More a question of like, how do I get better at identifying what I want to do and executing it with fewer missteps, with less experimentation. Or less sort of futzing around. Because I don't think experimentation is bad, right? I think that's how you grow, by trying things and seeing what does and doesn't work. But if you're like struggling repeatedly to sort of do the same thing, that's, I don't know, I wouldn't call it bad per se, but it's a lot of like effort spent with little sort of overall forward momentum. I don't know, maybe that's kind of what I'm running into. That's feeling better though. That's fun. I think we're getting somewhere. It's nice. The other thing I'm gonna do, sort of a similar move as we did on the face, is I'm gonna warm up these highlights through the hair. Right? I think they were just feeling too cold, too lacking in energy. Okay. Yeah. I think that's good. Maybe like cool it off a little bit on the underside. That. Right. Just pull back in the pure color for a second. Use right through here. I think just warming up like the sun facing side a little bit more in general. Right. We've got this bright outdoor lighting, and we're not, I guess in a way I'm not like making use of the intensity of that. Let's make the highlight a little more, give it a little more coverage overall, right? Really push it. All the sort of upward and out forward facing elements of the hair. Yeah. That's kind of fun. We can bring that around a little bit more, right? Some of these areas. Just kind of brighten things up, less shadow. Why is there so much shaded area? I think that's maybe the other thing. Like, so when you have, I want to explain. So when you have like bright, well lit environments, obviously there's a lot of bouncing light. There's a lot of refracted and reflected light. And so, you are going to have areas that are like occluded. There's no light coming from either direction, but you're going to have a lot of bouncing colors changing the tone, right? So I think part of what's making this feel kind of unnaturally dark is we're not getting enough of that bounce light. Sort of catching the soft shaded area, warming it back up a bit. That's my working hypothesis. Gonna work through some of those elements, right? Good. Okay. Yeah, so like down here, I feel like this area is too well shaded. Right? Like, yes, it's wrapping a little bit behind the face, but it's not like, you know, the lighting is somehow coming from a very specific narrow band, right? And like wouldn't reach it. Coming from all over. Yeah, I think we just need to kind of pop this up a little bit. Even gonna grab a little bit of local color or like model sheet color and just kind of bring this back up a bit more. Yeah. All right, cool. Oh, got all moody. Come on, you can. Come on, give me a. Oh, that'll work. Bring that Fresnel in a little. Huh? Yeah. Feels way better. Just warming that up in general like that. Warming up the skin, warming up the hair, lightening it up some. Solid fixes all around, if I do say so myself. Sort of warm this up with some highlighting. Okay. 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 A little bit of the Fresnel lighting through to give it a better sense of depth. Particularly across the top, I think. Even though giving an ahoge volume is such a weird principle. There's such a 2D design element that it's like trying to give Mickey Mouse three-dimensional ears when they have to do that constant billboarded thing. Okay. Tighten up the shading a little bit right through here. That little definition. Okay, and then yeah, I want to come in here, off just a little bit, make sort of a hot core highlight. I guess we gotta warm it up. That. Cool. Yeah, I've had this thought because Honkai. So what's the name of the developer? The guys that make Genshin. They just released Honkai Star Rail recently. Another gacha game, turn-based RPG this time. Which, you know, I guess I appreciate them at least, you know, making different genres of gacha game. Not that I will be playing it, but it got me thinking, because, you know, we've had over the last year or so, not even a year, it's been like a few months, these AI generators like making waves across the internet, obviously, with all of the image generation and then the text generators like ChatGPT. And yeah, there's been a lot of back and forth about the sort of authentic intelligence of these things. How smart are they, as opposed to just sort of parroting positive returns. But one of the things that came to mind is like at some point, and I think it is going to be sooner rather than later, we're going to start getting, someone is going to make a gacha game with all the waifus you could want, and it's going to have one of these chat AIs integrated into it. And you're actually going to get waifus that will appear to respond to you. And I don't know, guys, that might be the downfall of humanity. That might be the tolling of the bell. Because like right now, you know, you roll, you pull for your waifus, and you get the JPEG or the 3D model or the live 2D model, and you know it has maybe some like hand expressions, or you get it as a gameplay character, and people will spend hundreds of dollars for that, right? Imagine what people will spend for a waifu in a game that actually seems to talk to you and is happy to see you. Or, you know, unhappy to see you if you're into the tsunderes. That I think that's just gonna be wild. That's gonna be a lot. I think what will also be interesting to see, a lot of the complaint I have seen, or a lot of the sort of complaint that I've seen, heard, read, is that many gacha games provide enough of a game to keep people around and, you know, keep pulling the lever and rolling for new characters or equipment or whatever. Right. And the actual game itself is pretty meh, if there's really much of a game at all. You know, there are some that manage to sort of break that mold. I'll give that. But I think it will be interesting to see when this hypothetical game comes out, the waifu AI game, that at this point is a matter of when, not if. How good of a game is it? And how much does that matter to people? Maybe it doesn't even need to be a game in the traditional sense, right? Like, I would not call VR chat a game, right? It doesn't present challenges or puzzles or something to overcome. It's not a problem solving experience, right? It's a simulator. It's not simulating anything real, any like real world interaction. The whole sort of point is that it simulates things. Often it is often used to simulate things that the real world can't do. That's why people like it. So yeah, it might be the case that whenever this game comes out, the simulation of getting to talk with your anime waifu and they actually respond to you and care about you, or at least appear to, might be enough that people don't really care what the game that's tied to it is. Might not bother making one at all. Which honestly, especially, the first one of these, probably a good idea. Because then they're not sort of splitting their resources between trying to make a game and trying to make this AI waifu thing. They can just focus all of their efforts into the latter and make a more cohesive single product. Man, that's feeling so much better. Get some of this tone into the fingers as well, because they're feeling very cold. And no one likes cold fingers. So yeah, it is a weird new world. Frankly, I don't know what to make of all of it. This whole timeline is so freaking weird. Okay. Cool. That's a little bit better. And we'll cool off the far hand a little bit. Just because I want to give a sense of depth to it, right? That's a little better. Oh, okay. This through a bit more like a bunching effect. Good. Okay. I like that. That feels pretty good. Yes. Just thinking about like where is it? How's it going? What's next? How are you guys doing? What's happening on your end? What's your Tuesday evening looking like? Hmm. Let's also grab that and we're gonna hmm. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is the split in the dress. Okay. Yes. That makes sense. Cool. Okay, cool. I like that. A little touch. And then where else? What else can we sort of fix up? What needs some love? Okay. Good. Then where's my prep layer? On the prep? No. Say what? That here? Yes. Okay. And then that's for the preparation. All right, let's clear it out like that. Okay, there we go. Okay. Bit of a lighter tinge right at the edge here. Or help set the outermost level of it. Right? Good stuff. Wonder if anyone has gone to visit Lo-Fi Girl's house. I mean, I doubt anyone has been able to like get the exact location, but people were able to sort of geolocate I believe it's a French town. Just like based on the view out her window, or figure out like, oh, it's right there. It's this location. Or if anyone has gone to pay respects. And honestly, I'm pretty sure Lo-Fi Girl is like the most popular stream on Twitch. Or not Twitch, YouTube. Okay, what am I looking at? Yeah. Okay. This is why I wanted to frickin' merge things together, because I start to lose track of what's on what layer. That when yeah. And then I think what we can do is, again, we'll sort of grab a bit of the local color. Where's going to be a good example of it. I guess we can just pull from here, warm it up a bit, pop that, and sort of bring that through like this. Yeah, I think honestly what was probably the big miscalculation was having a cool highlight. I think that got me the wrong information to work off of. Form this a little bit, I think Help a lot. Okay. I'll grab a little bit of this. Pull out the belt. Belt buckle. A bit of the darker grays right through here. Contact point, make sure you have a good connection. Right. There we go. That's not bad. Oh, I'm missing it. Got the halo. Got the hair. Yeah, I think at this point we're just kind of, massaging details, brightening stuff up a little bit, adding some hot pops here and there, really warm the piece up a little bit more. Right. For example, I can grab this and a little bit of a watcha right across the top. You know what I probably should have done also is reduce the intensity of the shadow layer. Did I? I must have. I did a little bit. I think I should have more. Oh well. Yeah, just on a, bright sunny day, you don't get very strong shadows. Get knocked back. Favor of bright, full lighting. Lots of bounce lighting. Mid-tones and vocal. Oh well. We're getting there. We're figuring it. Good. Hmm. Cool. Gonna pull this edge lighting through here. I think for sake of legibility, because we're getting a little bit of, I think if we had the way we had it before, you could kind of see we're getting some loss of form through the back here. So let's try doing a thing. Right? Just going to add a little bit of darkening. Help the character pop forward. Actually, I think what we can do, even, put it behind, so we can let the clouds stay, right? Yeah, so we have more of a layered effect going on like that. Let's go ahead and do another value check with what we've got and how that feels. Saturate it. Do prepare for chunking. Okay, so yeah, we're still losing a little bit through there, but we're also getting like this little detail. So I think sort of get in there and do a little bit of like a Fresnel outlining that'll help keep the shape clear. This stuff up here is doing a pretty good job of staying clear, and the face is looking really good. So yeah, okay, cool. Compared to where it was before, yeah, we've definitely resolved the hair in some pretty nice ways, I'm feeling. And yeah, we need to bring back the triangle pattern, which will sort of add an interesting texture. We'll get there. Cool. Okay, I like it. Yeah, let's just keep going through here for a piping hot minute. I'm gonna add this Fresnel touch to help keep the character delineated from the background. Right. Cool. Cool. And yeah, I think this in particular we can sort of go a little crazy with, because you know at this point it's fading off into the effect, so the Fresnel lighting sort of helps to blend those two, right? Little divot right on these edges. There we go. Neat. Okay. Grab a little bit more of this warmed up color. Go through here. that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do a similar move with the triangles down here, just reintegrate them, blend them over the paint over. Let's just, one, we save. Should have saved anyway. Never a bad idea. And then we're going to go ahead and merge the two paint over layers together. Because there's really no reason not to have them merged at this point. Happy with the way it's going. What the hiffle is this? What the hiffle? Okay, there we go. Reduce it down slightly. Up a little. There we go. All right, I like that. Next question. What's next? What is next? I'll do a little bit more underlining across the sky tone. Blend it in. Trying to keep things soft. Obviously, there are times when you do have to come in with like the hard edges. But especially while I'm sort of figuring it out, I like to keep things at more sort of a soft edge. And then figure out where it needs to be blended in more sharply. Decide what I'm gonna watch on Thursday. It's going to be good viewing material for Star Wars Day. I'm thinking maybe the finale of Clone Wars. It's a very good story. Very good sequence. And yeah, I don't know. Depending. Do I like this? I don't like this. It's weird. I don't like how this is. Work it away. Maybe it's okay. It just doesn't need, like, the fold shouldn't be as extreme as I have it right now. Well, the other problem is figuring out how to get it to, like, because I have, well, so if the skirt is getting sort of parachuted by the wind, right? It's not going to have any folds through there because it's being stretched taut. Yes. Yes. Right. Ease that back out, and then yeah, figure out where. Maybe we can have a little bit of wrinkling where it's being like compressed against the front of the. Actually, what we're gonna want is to bring this profile even closer. Or right. Really give it the sense of being like pressed flat against the leg. Hey, Sonic, welcome on in. Hope you're having a good start to your week. Chilling out, working on a little bit of art here. Having a relaxing evening, getting comfy. Okay, yeah, so I think what we're gonna do here. We got some news. What's happening? A pinball tournament. You have score and fall pinball. I'd emerged victorious in first. Nice! Congratulations! 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 I don't know why that means, but yeah, good job. Okay. I'm gonna work some of that fold out and make more just like a smooth cast shadow, right? More like that. Much blood, sweat, and tears. It is the cost of victory, glorious and pure. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. I have pinned too hard. My hands, they cannot maintain. Pull this back of the robe out a little more like that. Shape a bit more. There we go. I'm gonna stylize this a little. Going to abstract it. Gonna simplify the shape in the back a little bit and just make it like one straight curve, right? Remove a little bit of the S shape. There we go. Is that going too far out now? Yes. Yes? Yes. I want to say yes. I mean, that is what I drew before. But my concern, such as it is, oh, I already rasterized the 3D model, but where did I leave it? Oh, interesting. It doesn't rasterize the 3D model, it just hides it. It's just gone. Yes. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay. It's not a big deal. I was just curious sort of what the reference model that I had set up said about the whole thing. Um yeah, I just feel like if we were to like draw a line from the neck to the back, right? How's that working? And is it going too far? I mean, a little bit. I think it could come forward a bit. I think we can adjust it. Let's try it. Let's see what we can do. Yeah. Well, so the question, right, so the back, we've got the back sort of coming up like that. And then the shoulders are right here. Back of the neck is like that. Front of the shoulders like that. Shoulder blade. Hmm. 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 Okay. 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 I think I know what might be up. Possibly. Maybe. I think what I want, right? Because it's not a perfect profile, right? The center of the back is like right here. Right? That's why you can see the top of this triangle emblem. We're getting a little bit of the far side of the back and shoulder blades, which is what's causing that outward curve that I kind of got rid of. I think rather than get rid of it, let's go ahead and add it back, right? I know, we go forward and back, and then forward and back, and then go forward and back. And then we put 1 foot forward, and that's how we win. Right, so we're gonna go like that, and yeah, just give this a bit more of like a dimension. Get a little bit of drapery of like the robe, the top of the robe, sort of billowing, getting pulled out and compressing, pinching underneath the shoulder and the hood here. And then, yeah, we'll sort of bounce the Fresnel lighting out a bit farther, right, to sort of let the light wrap around the surface a bit more. You're working on something. Be sure to save it. Save your progress. Be it a game, a piece of art, a writing, whatever it is. Save it now. Yeah, we can do a little bit of like form compression as it wraps around, right? I like that. That's a neat look. We're just gonna smooth it out a bit, cool it off. But yeah, I think that gives us a better sort of sense of dimension, and like there's a better sort of through line between the back as we see the emblem and the back as we see this cloth folding. And then that, you know, so like they're turning the head a little bit, right? So the nape of the neck is like perpendicular, and then that sort of comes down to C7. Is more like that. Something like that. Oh no! I did on the wrong layer. Ugh, gross. Gross. Okay. And then we're just gonna kind of cool it off a little bit, right? Because the materials down here are gonna be more occluded. So not gonna get quite as much underlighting. Yes, good. I think in a sort of similar move, right? Sort of wrap this shape around like that. Just soften that edge up a little bit. And then we can introduce sort of a secondary shape to it. Or soften the overall definition. Maybe not. That has sort of the wrong effect. Let's try doing something. That kind of works. Sort of like a long move. Create this sort of continuous fold. Runs. Cool. I am liking it. I'm feeling it. A little bit of glow haze to these here lights. There we go. A little bit of a on the local most areas, right? Sort of in the shadow dips. Pop a little highlight coming. Could be anything? No, not in the back there. We do have a little bit of leftover mess to clean up. Go like that. Good. And then we'll add just a little bit of sort of a little bit of dip in value. Just where the back of the halo is kind of digging in. Good. All right. Soften this. A little too sharp. There we go. Okay. And then let's see. What's going on with this eye that I would like to pull a little bit of normal color back in this part right. Keep that a little more regular. Can clean up the lashes. You know, you would think I would be better at, like, since I know I'm gonna be drawing myself a lot, I would like make shapes that would be easier for me to recreate consistently. But no. No. That would be smart. Oh, this is too far forward. Or too far back. Let's clean. Let's move it. Clear that. This. There we go. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Good. Looking at myself, double checking my work. Like doing a self portrait. I mean, I guess it is. Technically, it is. Catch that sun. And then, yeah, the forehead's a little shaped because of the hair overlapping it. A couple of loose strands to help define that, right? A little bit of Just a hint of cast shadow right under it. More far forward. More far. More farther. It could be. It could be more farther. Oh, good. I was thinking about that the other day, that like in English, some words, I guess particularly adjectives, like if you're trying to describe it as being more, like you add ER at the end, right? Farther. That's not even just ER, that's like a whole other word tacked onto the end, right? So you have like bigger, smaller, closer. And then there are other words that don't have a form like that, so you just have to say more. And I can't think of a good reason to have both. Right? I feel like most of the time when I hear, people that have learned English as a second language, they sort of default to saying more. I'm like, I would correct you here, but I kind of feel like you're right. I feel like the only reason that we have ER as a structure is just because it got grandfathered in from some other language that English stole from. Or maybe it's actually some old system that English developed on its own. I don't know. All I'm saying is I feel like English might just be better off saying all, kind of defeating the point here, but all, greater or lesser forms of an adjective should just be more or less. Right? Just simplify the structure. Though Japanese has a similar thing, because there are E adjectives and na adjectives. So E adjectives, as the terminology implies, ends in E. So like, E, warui, oi, isai. And then that has like its own whole grammatical structure of like, different tenses and states. So like a negative form, you replace the E with kunai. So warui becomes warui kunai. Warukunai. Which is like, okay, that's a lot, but fine. That's just how adjectives work. Except you have na adjectives, where you basically just like say the adjective and then not, and then whatever it's describing. So like hen, being weird, you would say like henna koto, like it's a weird thing. And then that just kind of works like everything else. Like it doesn't have its own unique grammar structures or tenses. It's like, Why can't we just have everything be a not adjective? Well, because it's been that way for a long time. That doesn't mean it's good. It's just weird and confusing. It is sus. It's heckin' sus. Do I have to be such a sussy baka? I can't help it. I was born sussy. Well, I guess I was technically programmed sussy. But you know, you get my point. You understand my intention. There's something I should know? What's that? Let me check. I'm gonna check my art record quick. Oh, I want to check. I feel like the side of the head is a little long, and I don't know that there's much I can do about that at this point, but we can try. We can try to fix it up. Okay. I think what will help. Few months, the true master will be awakened. What, Cthulhu? Are the deep ones rising from the slumber? And all shall be consumed in their will? Might be time to find a new planet then. Well, guys, it's been real, but I gotta go, I guess. Goodbye, everyone. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I forgot I don't know how to build a rocket ship. So I'm stuck. I guess we're going down on this rock together. Okay, there's a good reference. So how's mine set up compared to this? It's actually pretty good. Yeah, okay, I guess that's not too bad. I think the main thing is I just want to define full body VTuber model. Nice. Congrats. Yeah, just add a little bit more occlusion down here, define the jawline a little bit more, right? So the shape of the head feels more complete. Yes. Okay. I think that worked. And I just this is a little wobbly right through here, right? Pull that up. Hang on. On the top. And yeah, okay. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. If I say it enough times, then I'll believe it. Well, I hope you enjoy the model. They're not easy and or cheap, but I know they can also be a ton of fun. I've been slowly working on some stuff for mine. I got a little bit more of the robe done last night. So that's we are getting there. The color. Okay, yeah. A little bit off. Hmm. Well, no reason to rush it. You want something that you can be, happy with, feel good about, feel comfortable with. You guys remember we rated Cherry a couple days ago. Was it a couple days ago? When did we rate Cherry? Dang, now I can't remember. It must have been the week before last. We rated Cherry. She was working on um a new jellyfish model. And like it sort of turned into a community thing, all designing it together and sort of playing around with the ideas and finding what everyone liked the most. So yeah, it's something to have fun with. It's better, say, not necessarily to overthink it, but to definitely give it due consideration. Yeah. Rather than rush into it and end up spending bunch of time or money on something that you don't actually enjoy. I don't know. With hobbies, I can be guilty of that with some hobbies. I'll be like, yeah, I'm in, I'm down, I want to throw money at it, and then I throw money at it, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm done with that. I'm like, well, whoops. But yeah. Okay. And then yeah, what was the other thing? Oh. Oh, does this book have lighting reference, like lighting at different angles? I think it does. It kind of does. Okay. Yeah, I think this works. We're just gonna cool off the area around the chin a little bit. Right? Give a little bit more dimension. Just a hair. Just a hint. A taste. Nice. Knock the eyelid down just a little bit too. Once you have a design that you're happy with, you can use that as a PNG tuber for a while. Not like you're gotta wait for the full model. Well, of course, I don't know, some people like to, just so they can do the whole debut thing. But I've ranted on debuts before. You know my take on debuts. Sheesh. I try very hard not to do sheesh. I feel like Sheesh has been ruined. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then let's take a little of this. I think the sort of inside, yeah, the face is just kind of too cool in, right? You can do the cooler tones across the clothing and whatnot. I think we just got too much of like a weird teal, like that, right? Kind of like a muted purple. Soften that up a little bit. And then yeah, okay, so let's do this. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna grab this down, desaturate it a bit, and sort of come in here, warm up some of these, right? Actually, I feel like grab in the shadowed areas and then just hue shift. Warm it up like right. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Good. I'm gonna switch a little bit. Play. Take a quick sip of tea. One second. Excuse me. There we go. That's better. Okay. I think we are gonna have to be pretty aggressive in this paint over, and then we'll kind of walk it back or blend it once we have done that. But yeah, we're gonna have a pretty chunky bit for a minute. I also need to add that eyelash back. I took it out earlier. You call me. I don't know, part of me wants to offer modeling as a commission. It just takes so long. I feel like if I did, that would end up being a huge amount of work to commit to. You know? Oh. I don't know, maybe I'm not a particularly good rigger anyway, so that part I would say is probably out for the time being. Maybe I can figure out how to do like offer design at least. Concepting's not so bad. Model sheets and the like. Look at that difference. So much warmer. So I watched Weathering with You the other weekend, and it was a good movie. I liked it. It was fun. The I can't remember the name of the studio that made Your Name. Their work is impeccable, and I would say, like, from a visual standpoint, Weathering with You was just as good as Your Name. But man, they kind of shot themselves in the foot, because Your Name is such a good movie. Like, everything else they make is going to be compared to it, right? Like, that is the bar. And it's not fair, because like they can make an absolutely stellar movie, and I guarantee you people will still be like, I mean, it was good. It wasn't as good as Your Name, but it was good. And that's just going to be their legacy forever. And that's rough. But yeah, Weathering with You was fun. I like that movie. Um, I saw it because I wanted to sort of catch up on their list of films before I saw Suzume, which I have not seen yet, but I want to see it. What's really unfair is like I'll even compare other anime movies to Your Name. It's like, yeah, but it's not the same studio. Isn't that the way with most creative things? Music, writing, games, movies always get compared to the good one you did. Yep. Oh god, bands have that happen so often. Musicians, they'll like they have that banger album, and then they just the rest of their career is in the shadow of that opus. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I mean, as far as like pure numbers go, there was a drawing that I did that net like tens of thousands of likes. Right? It's definitely the most popular thing that I ever made, and it was many years ago. And by any modern standard of my work, it's not good, right? But it resonated with the audience at the time. They really liked it. It got a lot of response, and you know, if I were purely concerned with numbers, it's like, well, I already peaked years ago and it's all downhill from here. But it's not, you know? I have improved significantly as an artist since then. I don't I'm not concerned with like trying to chase that high. You know, obviously I do want people to see and enjoy my work. I get a little disappointed when I put stuff out and it doesn't net a lot of attention. You know, that's not a good, but it also doesn't help to obsess over that. That is not the only metric of goodness. Uh, well, and you know, fan art is also just a terrible metric for that because fan art has a built-in audience. So people are more likely to resonate to that just by the fact of it being something they inherently like. I read an article not long ago called In Praise of the One Hit Wonders. Oh god, yes. Yeah, the bands, the artists. Oh, actually, okay, hang on. We'll start this one over, but there was a video that I saw just a little bit ago, and we're gonna play it. I'm gonna put it up on screen. Um, because it's kind of on that line, right? So let me see if I can find it real quick. There. Nope. Is this it? Yes. Here we go. Okay. Pull this up. We're thing. No, this other one, please. Other one, please. I mean, I know it's not fair. There's too many windows. You can't tell what I'm trying to point at. Okay. I'm gonna size this one down a little bit. I can kind of going while it plays. Also put the subtitles on. I have that button. Good button. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like sort of a similar thing. Like just this idea that like this artist had this sort of flash of a moment, you know, and obviously the circumstances of why that ended are somewhat different, but you know, there are plenty of people that sort of have that moment of like everything is in the right place at the right time, and they have their 15 minutes, and then it just kind of moves on. I think it's hard to sort of, especially for creative things, because so often you're putting yourself out there. The loss of the attention, the loss of the popularity, or yeah, not hitting that at all feels more like a personal critique than, well, the industry and people are fickle and they move on. Not that you did anything wrong, it's just the way things work. You know? I mean, it sucks, but I suppose sort of the inverse of that is, you know, the diehard fans that refuse to admit when something is not working or when something is bad, right? Oh, yes. Yes. Absolutely it is hard. And you know, I can wax philosophical all I want and you know, sit here on my soapbox, stream box, soap stream, I don't know, and say, you know, these things objectively like I'm above it. I am some perfect being that is not tempted by the wiles of popularity and recognition. Fuck that. I care. I care so much. And when I put something up and it gets like a few views, I'm like, oh, it makes me a sad kernel. Cause yeah, I put myself into these things. They are expressions of my effort and my growth and my understanding and the way that I see things. And if that is not, you know, if people don't respond to that, it's like, oh, was something wrong with me? There's a very there's a distinct difference between understanding how something works and like completely incorporating that into yourself, right? Is the difference between knowing and feeling. It is the problem of, I wouldn't say, problem is the wrong word, but it is sentiment, right? That even if you know something is a certain way or should be a certain way, just people are wired to behave certain ways and want certain things. I remember, because YouTubers, a while back, this happened. So you guys know Hololive, know Kali and Gura and Ina and Ame and Kiara. They were the first sort of English Hololive group. Hololive had started to gain some Western recognition thanks to a few of them, a few clips showing up on YouTube and getting a lot of attention. And so Hololive decided to do their first English group, their first Western group. And Gura had her debut, and it was the that was heard around the world. It was just a dumb little sound check that she did. Like she showed up on screen and then just like belted out a little A, just to make sure that the mic was working. And it is still a meme to this day. That little ah. And Gura, I think, had the most meteoric rise of any talent in Hololive, Japanese or Western. And there a number of the other talents were talking about how, like, they, having been around longer, watched her have this, like, sudden success. And it kind of affected them. Like, it came back and was like, no, they didn't, like, take it as resentment towards her, but they were like, what am I doing wrong that, she had this kind of success and I don't see that? And, these are established talents with their own significant followings and plenty of success, but it's just really easy to see other people having their moment and like feeling envy. And it's rough. It's really hard. Don't get me wrong. I look at bigger streamers. I'm like, why can't I have their numbers? It's like, because I'm not them. I'm not trying to do what they're doing. Just kind of being a silly little guy over here on my corner of Twitch. Drawing pictures and hanging out with some cool folks. I wanted to do... I wouldn't even be able to do what they're doing and have their success if I carbon copied them, right? Because then I would just be a lookalike. It's obviously it is challenging because there is no rule book. I think more than anything, you just kind of have to accept that, like, you just have to kind of do what works for you and figure out how to put that forward to people. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a silly little rock on the internet. You know what? I got some cool people that watch me. So, got that going. You do pull in big numbers, how can you know what it is you're doing that makes it work? Yeah, that's true. Because sometimes it is like, oh, people really resonate with your presentation or your personality or whatever. And sometimes it's just like, oh, you were playing a game that a bunch of people wanted to watch. You just had that right circumstance of catching people's attention. Well, and I think to a certain degree, right? Like, if you did have that success, right? You had the thing that worked, and you got a bunch of people watching, and everyone's here, and they want to see it, and then you know, maybe you transition over to something else, and you see the numbers start to drop. Like, you know, do you panic and pivot back to the thing that got people's attention to try and retain the numbers? Do you become sort of attached to that thing regardless of how much you're enjoying it? I've heard some like YouTube content creators and Twitch streamers that like they're playing a game, or you know, they make a certain type of content, and like they do it because that's what the audience expects, right? It's not even whether or not they enjoy it anymore, and it's just a job to them. They're just doing it because that's what the metrics say. All right, let's do a stretch. Woo! Arms out, arms up, to the left, to the right. Mod check, and a mod check. Oh, I'm stuck. Ow. Thank you. So, I don't know. I am fortunate enough to have a day job. I am not at the mercy of algorithms. Hiding love. Alone. People on the to sunset. Red skies tranquil after the storm. And blessed shadow to me. Night follows me. The sun will shine. Walk on, never look back. Who you we live on and you live to the end. That's I like that. What was the other thing though? I was just looking at the thing. I'm like, oh, the fingers, the fingies. Gotta fix up the fingies because they're still using the cool highlighting, and we don't want that. No sir, no sir, we do not. I'm gonna grab this. That. And yeah, warm up the shadows along the fingers here. To the end. There we go. Pain so much. And if you will be where to be, I can hide the look pretty. And so your wishes can't come to let let okay. Cool. That looks pretty good. Down through nothing. There we go. Yeah, that's feeling a lot better. Just warmer, richer. It's a nice standout, right, from sort of the rest of the picture. It helps guide the focus up to this area. Hold on your wishes if you can't hold on to me. Now, what was the other thing? There's always another thing. You know me, there's always one more thing. What was it? We did the fingers, got the face, we warmed up the face. We do need to add the triangles back. Oh, I want to pop this up a little bit. So grab like this color. Pulling you down. Oh, how is this stream doing? Okay, I'm not seeing any lag issues. I don't think. Let me know if it's. Let me know if it is lagging. My work machine is doing a sync, and which means it's downloading a lot of data. Loads of data. So hopefully that's not causing any issues. Okay, cool. One thing that I think actually helped. So part of the reason I was concerned about it, a while back, I was just kind of futzing around, playing with my model. And I had the iPad on Wi-Fi and I had the work machine on Wi-Fi. It started doing the download, and it basically just took up all the Wi-Fi. And so I was getting lag coming from the iPad to VTube Studio. And I was like, oh no! But yeah, now everything is wired, so it's probably less. I imagine they don't interfere with each other nearly as much as they would have. Create an empire for you, illuminate. An empire for you. Empire for you. Empire for you. Technology's hard. Just want things to work. I've spent too much money making it work. But I think we're good. I think we are finally at a point where I don't need to spend more money. Please. I'm just going to tone this down a little bit to help create some depth. By making this the same value as the sleeve, it kind of flattens it out. So if I darken it down just a little bit, I think that'll help restore a sense of depth to it. Down a little bit. I know, I just built it up and now we're tearing it down, but that is the way of things. Creation and destruction in equal measure. Is that from something? I feel like it's from Final Fantasy. I don't remember. I think it was one of the Warring Triad fights. They said something of a similar nature. Cool. Kind of round that shape like that. Okay. Man, that face feels so much better. I love that. Okay. let's go ahead, just because I know I'm gonna forget it. We wait too much longer. I want to go in and get the triangles. So we're gonna turn things off for a bit to have an easier time getting at them, right? Drag these up here. And then we also need the ones from the robe. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and just grab both of these. Wait, that was the wrong thing. Dang it! I grabbed the wrong thing. Hang on. There it is. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're just that. Yeah, hold that. So yeah, we just merge that in and then we go like that. And then yeah, we're just gonna need to blend these and mask them a bit. See you when I whisper, see you when I close my eyes, when I hold my breath at night. See you when I whisper, see you when I close my eyes. Okay, and then we're just gonna set these to like an overlay. Color dodge. Color dodge kind of works. And then if we drop the opacity, yeah, I think that'll do. Nice. So yeah, that just kind of helps to fill them back in a little bit. Where we whoop, help, help, I've been booped. No, I can't believe you've done this. Come into my stream and boop me. Such disrespect. I don't know what accent that was. I'm sorry. I apologize to whoever's accent I just butchered. Oh dear. Okay, so yeah. We just got that little sort of. Alright, we shall I think this is gonna be the last of my tea. Goodbye, tea. You were delicious. Excellent. Oh, ow. Trying to make me spit my tea out. It was a trap. Ow. Disrespect. Okay. I think we are getting very close to done, which is awesome. Thank you for the head pats. You think you can make me forget blatant disrespect with head pats? Because you can. Oh no, I'm not a cutie. You a cutie. You's a cutie. Stop it. Very risky play, but we'll go for it. The fucking sucks. I feel so alone. Your hand to the dance floor. Music in my eyes. Wanna dance again? Guilty feet have gone with easy to should've known better than waste the chance that's been given. So I'm not dance again the way I dance with you. Oh, oh. Why is this? Oh, because my brush density is like nothing. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have gotten the rhythm. Oh, it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. Better than be a friend. Waste the chance that I've been given. Now I'm not dance again the way I dance with you. Not the music sings so loud. That in the and I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. No, it's easy to pretend. No, you're not a fool. Should've known better than to be a friend. Waste the chance that I've been given. So never dance again the way I dance with you. Sugar. Da-da, da-da-da. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, good night, Lakota. I hope you get some good rest, and I will catch you later. Thank you for the extra head pats. All right, get some good rest, you cutie. You cutie. Okay. I'm just taking a mental inventory. I think this is coming along really good. We are pretty close to where I want to be with it. There was definitely some shaky moments where I was like, I don't know if this one's working, Chief. But it does seem to have come along very nicely. This is looking rough. How did I overlook that? Okay. So I think we'll spend a little bit of time on that and a little bit of time on the clouds, and then it'll be time to call it a night because it is getting late and I have work tomorrow. Yeah, let's do a little bit more time. We're okay. What the heck? Oh! I'm still in the paint over layer. That's what's wrong. That's why the freaking triangles are showing up in the clouds. Okay, let's try thickness, particle density, direction of particle, opacity. Okay, so that just makes it constant, right? I need to look up a little visual reference because I can never remember how clouds look. How do clouds? Something is you. You talking. Okay. Just gonna add a little bit more like value variation to it, right? Which admittedly might be the wrong move. I might actually want to sort of neutralize them a bit. By grabbing a little bit, we're just gonna knock that down so it's not quite so much a change. So something more like that, right? I don't know if this is working quite the way I want it to. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. My voice cracked. No. Now I can never get married. Gonna count on you being a friend. We carry on with being a. Talk about what I wanna say. Never really know where to go. Gave myself to a friend, cause I don't know what else to do. Cause being a friend, with being away. Tell me what I wanna say. It didn't matter what they say, what you too long. Hey Sora, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good week. Good start to your week. We're just working on a little bit of art and trying to touch up these heckin' clouds. Yeah, I'm feeling more cloud-like. How are you doing? Thank you. Got a little bit of reference off on the other window, so that's helping a bit. Ah, I can't hit that note anymore. It's too late. It's too late for me. I've been playing Honkai for the past week. Et tu, Sora. Et tu. Now without what I wanna say. Do they know where to go? Gave myself to a friend. It doesn't matter. Being a friend. Being a friend. Understand. Get upset. I'm not with you. It's on you when I'm with you. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave those more muted like that. So yeah, let's focus on the foreground clouds. But for challenges and achievements, I think I cleared what the game has to offer. Sounds like you've been playing it a lot. I mean, I hope you're having fun with it. I personally am not a big fan of gotcha games. I tried gotchas and I didn't lose money to them, but I definitely got kind of burned by them. So I'm not going to partake. But, you know, if you're finding fun with it, then cool. Tons of fun cooking with turn-based RPG. Gotcha. Yeah, and I mean, obviously everyone's going to have sort of their own response to it, their own sort of feeling of it being a necessity. I played one a few years ago, and like I said, I never dropped any money into it, but I definitely got frustrated with the roll system. which of course is their intention because they want you to get frustrated with the free rolls and pay for more. But I just opted to stop playing the game. I don't know. I mean, I certainly have opinions about gacha and sort of how it has affected the industry at large. And for that reason, I don't like it. But, you know, it's not my place to tell people to stop having fun. Though also, to be fair, the industry was figuring out plenty of ways to milk money before gacha became really popular, so. Can't blame it all on Genshin, can I? I mean, it's the internet, so I can blame whatever the hell I want. But it feels just a little bit fluffier, a little more texture to the clouds, you know? Oh, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? What's that? What's that? What's that? Kill it! Kill it now! Okay, it's in the paint over layer. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple more things, and then I think we're about at wrap-up time. That's but true. Where's my flex? Not that one. This one? Nope. Nope. This one. I just want to add more sort of particles. More particles, more sparkles. Always. If you think you have enough particles, the answer is you do not. More. So actually, on the subject of blame, we know who we can actually blame. Our image link there. This frickin' horse in Elder Scrolls Oblivion, this frickin' horse armor was $5. It was like the first modern cosmetic microtransaction. And people gave Bethesda so much crap for charging $5 for horse armor. And here we are. Because people were like, this is stupid. And the rest of the industry was like, wait, let them cook. All right. Thank you for coming, Stand-in. I hope you have a good night. Get some good rest. And I hope you have a good rest of your week. See you later. Yeah, that was like I don't know that it was the first instance of microtransaction in games, right? That's probably a little too absolute. But it was definitely like the first of the kinds of microtransactions that we have today. Unless I'm a witness to time, change of yours is a man in the inside. Hear my heart cry, and at the walls, corners of me. I waited for you, I waited for you. I made a mistake I can never control. Another due day and another painful song. So yes, it's Bethesda's fault. It's actually Bethesda's fault. There we go. As no snow in the sky. I might need to do another overlay of the logo because trying to draw around this is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. We're going to go over it and we'll lay it back in once we're done. Which won't be erased. And future. There any game where microtransactions didn't have much impact would be Phantasy Star Online 2. Everyone knows fashion is the true end game. Damage parsing, big numbers, pah, child's play. Drip. Drip is the true objective. All of it is for a fancier weapon, a shinier coat. Right? Yes, everyone's goal is to either be a DMC character or a JoJo character. That is the final shape. Okay, where's my logo? There you are. Right at the top. That works. Very soft light instead, just so it's a little less tonal. That'll work. I like that. Hoggies. Alright, so yeah, just a little bit more cleanup to do right through here. Okay, cool. Gonna do a little bit more ambient shadow coming down the back of the sleeve like that. Right. Neat. Can soften that up a bit. Yeah. Okay, we are coming up. We do need to go ahead and call it a night very soon. I have work tomorrow. I think we'll do one or two more songs while I do our quick post-processing pass. And then that'll be a good place to call it. Find something fun. Well, if you want fun. There we go. It's a little bit of value pass to draw the eye where we want it to go, right? Well, before and after action right there. And then one thing that I do like to do, right, is we're gonna do a copy all. And then we're gonna lay that in like this. Saturate it. Well, actually, let's do this twice, right? Because I just want to do a quick value check and see how this feels. Crunch. Okay, so this is where we were before. And this is where we're at now. Yeah, I think we're getting a really nice sort of separation of the background. And the character is standing out nicely from the environment, which is good. It's what we always want to see. Good reads there. Excellent. Yeah, now we're just gonna drop this. We're gonna set this to overlay and drop it to like 20%. Just to sort of pump the contrast, pump the values a little bit more. Yeah, that's before, and that's after our post-processing. Ba 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 bum ba bum ba bum bum. Now that's a song you feel. Okay. Find something fun, something easygoing, right? Very, very chill evening. A little too easy. It's like very mellow. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, I don't know. I think on Saturday we might do one last pass over this just to make sure that everything is looking and feeling just the way we want it to. I see a couple more things that we can play with that we'll probably spend a little bit of Saturday um, touching it up. Yeah, there's a couple of little things that I want to do final revisions on, but this is feeling a lot better than where we started off with. Like, I'm gonna jump over to Twitter real quick. I had that snapshot, right? That I shared with the going live. Yeah, so if we compare where the face was at the start versus where we are now, man, that's feeling so much better. Yeah. Yes, I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. Okay, so yeah, we will on Saturday we'll do a couple more final touch-ups. And I don't know, maybe we'll do a little bit of work on the model as well. Or yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll try something else. Touch Xenoblade 3, do it. Play it. Yeah, it's like that a little bit. So yeah, got a couple more things, but we do have to call it a night because I gotta go to bed soon. I got work in the morning. But yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging out and being cool and being sweeties. Let's see who's hanging out. Who's burning the degen oil. Let's see. All right. So, Milachu playing Honkai Star Rail. We're gonna go raid Mila. She's a sweetie. Ba-ba-ba, dashboard. Here we go. Yeah, let's get in the raid bus. Why is my dashboard so weird looking? It's so strange. I don't care for this. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. But yeah, let me get the raid bus going. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Obviously, we are trying a new raid schedule, or not raid, a new stream schedule where we do a weekday stream. we'll see how it goes. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope to see you guys on Saturday for stream number 2 for the week. But yeah, until then, I hope you all have a great rest of your week. If it is nighttime, I hope you get some good rest. I hope if it is daytime, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Remember to be kind to others and be kind to yourselves because you deserve it. And until next time, be good, and I will see you all later. All right. Good night, friends. Have a good one. Bye now. Bye, 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 bye.